Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com webinar recap for February 6th, 2020. What a wonderful day today. I can't say enough. It was wonderful. It was fun. It was exhilarating. It was everything that day trading is about, um, we had some really good quality calls in our chat room today. Very proud of it. Just from WWE was just a phenomenal call off of 39 this morning. PTCT, we were calling 47 long. Tesla, the big winner, 690 long in the chat room with room to 680 to add. Um, the stock ended up going to 790. So I'll just kind of briefly go over some of the stuff that I saw this morning and close it out for today. It was a wonderful day to trade. If you ever want to be a part of our chat room, all you do is click any of the icons, Awesome Calls Trading, click over. You can pick a day, week, or month, 6 months, 12 months, or a 2-year plan if you like as well. I will be increasing the fees to $249 a month over time this year, but initially the $249, the new clients that come in that will be signing that will be able to get Secret Sauce. Secret Sauce is where I spend 45 minutes of my day explaining each call, a majority of the calls, what I looked for, how I read the report, how I saw things, how I analyzed. And I do that because I think it's really, really important that every day trader that walks in our room doesn't just read a note and say, okay, he said to do this. I think that as an owner of a room, you need to explain to the trader if they're new or old or first day in trading or 12-year veteran and they want to learn something new. That's my job. Hey, that was a really good call, AJ. I appreciate that call. I've been trading for 15 years. How'd you know that? Well, let me explain to you how I knew that. This is what I read. And to a 15-year veteran, I mean, you take it that veteran to a whole other level of day trading because he's seeing things that maybe he didn't see before versus a newbie. He's already learning it from day one and going, wow, this is just fascinating what you do. Man, so a report can tell you that a stock's going to move. Yeah. And what direction? Right, right. Wow. Whew. I mean, I would want a room like that, Talk to me, man. Tell me, man. Tell me your secrets. What do you see? And it's interesting because years ago I used to have this attitude whenever I ran a stock and I moved it and everyone just stared at me and said congratulations and patted me on the back. And somebody would go, how'd you know that would go? And I used to be kind of one of these arrogant little shits and say, well, a magician never reveals its secrets. And you know, I've matured over the years. I'm 54 years old now. I've been trading for 16 years, and fuck the magician. Let's just tell it how like it is, and let the trader decide if he can figure it out or not. And that's what I'm doing now. So every day I just spend. I've been doing it for almost 4, 5, 6 months now. I have hundreds of recordings, and I love it. Plus, I do these recaps for YouTube videos and so forth. So anyway, today let's start with WWE. Really great trade today. As you know, management had departures last time. Stock was very volatile. We nailed it then. Today, the earnings came out. They weren't all that great, but the stock did drop $10 a share. We were buyers at 39. I was looking for a 45 level on it. The stock squeezed all the way back up to 48. Wonderful call, wonderful play, all spelled out today. The WWE was a big winner in the chat room, and I was really pleased with this call. I'm very pleased with the way I called it, and so here was the trade. Pre-market, the stock collapsed. We were long at 39 level with room to add to 35. I did want to give it room to 35 because I felt it might have a little bit because the stock was dropping so thin that there might be a bigger pull at the open. So I wanted to be fair, but I said start scaling it at 39 and give it room to 35, and the stock ended up going up to 48 a share. WWE, wonderful trade. The next one on our list that we did today was Tesla. Tesla was a very defined area for us. We wanted 680, I'm sorry, 690 to start scaling in long, room to 680 to add. We were looking for a gap fill back up to the 735 range, and the stock ended up going all the way to $795, which clearly double topped up here and just collapsed from there. It was a wonderful trade, uh, phenomenal. Many traders did very well, as you can see on our Twitter feed. Played options. We have a lot of option traders in here that just buy the calls, just scoop them up as soon as they see my notes, and then they're speechless. A lot of them are just speechless. I mean, we're changing lives. I mean, I mean, this is no joke what we do in here. I mean, I'm looking at, uh, you know, and then of course the way we respond to our people. But I mean, look at Tony today. I mean, just this was just phenomenal. I mean, $12,000 playing options today. I mean, what do you say to that? And here's all of his entries, and and it's so fun because you're in a room where the guy's just coaching you and helping you, guiding you, and he's all for you. He wants you to succeed, and your money's on the table. I mean, this is not cheap to play. And he executed it perfectly. And all you can see is you just want to celebrate with him, and that's what we do in our room. We celebrate our people, and we want people to succeed and do well. There's no hiding from us. So the next trade we did on our list was Bib. Bib was a really nice trade today. It was a short. There was no long in it for Bib for us. The stock was gapping up off of yesterday's news. I called for a pop at open at 345. That's what I wrote down. And um, so I thought the stock would pop at open to at 345 and then sell off. And here's the morning bell. Ding, 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 ding. 345 right there. It touched. Scale in short. Double topped it. And we took it down 11 points. Really good trade there. Next trade we did was PTCT. PTCT, an alternate drug through Genentech came out, and theirs was doing very well. And PTCT got hurt by it. But in my books, I teach traders when to buy weakness on a stock before the analysts come out. I called for a 47 long to a gap fill to 52. You don't believe me? Look at the notes. Clear as day. Right here. PTCT. Buy the weakness. 47. Take it up to 50 plus. Stock hit 54. Next stock we did was ARWR. This one had earnings today, but it was a joke. Scapping up 4. I read the notes. I read everything. I read the analyst reports. I called for a short on ARWR at the opening bell. Called for 42. I think 44 and under pullback. Gap fill it and then slam it. Stock ended up going to 40 for a 7-point trade. There was no long on that call at all. I'm very, very adamant on some certain of these calls. Like, you don't do that. This is a no-no. The next one I did was Ramp. Ramp was a very good call today. I read the earnings report. I wasn't really thoroughly impressed. Stock was actually gapping up on. There was no market makers on it. So basically, I called for a pop it open to 46, I think, and a sell off to. Let me see what I put here. Ramp. No M's on it. I want to pop it open to 47 if it comes. Scale in short, take it down to 43 and under. I figured the stock would come down to 43. The earnings were good, but not to the point where the stock should be sitting at 47 a share. So the value I gave the stock was roughly around 43, 44 bucks. So I figured it would gap fill back to 43 and under. You want to see the trade? It was one of the most fucking amazing calls. You ready? Ding, 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 ding. And guess where it stopped? 42.97. That's right. That's what happens when you're the best day trading in the world. Nobody does what we do, traders. That's why I'm showing you this. And all this was written down 1 hour before the market opened. I finished the notes at 6:20. I came in 10 minutes before the bell, went over each trade. Nobody fucking does what they do. All they can do is try to copy and emulate what we do. You know? I mean, what does that say about our room? We're the shit. That's why I'm showing you this stuff. I don't have to show you what we do, but I'm showing it to you. Look at this TWLO call. Ah, thank you, Craig. I love you. Very kind. Craig just made a comment. You're the best trader in the world. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Next one was TWLO. And this one, phenomenal trade today. We were looking for 125 on this stock today. We valued this. We read the report. We came to a conclusion that the stock would be bought up on weakness. Even those pullbacks scared a lot of people. We went long at the 120, 119 range, and we were looking for 124 to 125 and then sell the stock and dump it. You don't believe me? Look at the pre-market notes. All predetermined before the bell. 124, 125. This will be bought up. Buy, 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 buy. That's what I wrote. There was no short in the stock. It was all long, 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 long. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 trades right there. I guess I can give you. WW, there's 4 there. Let's see, C Day. C Day. What did I want on C Day? C Day. Pulled a 62, 66, Elf, Finco. Yeah, BDX was good. BDX was a really good call. Actually, we played this today. I wanted the stock. Okay, I read the report, and I was going to play this today. But I was playing also Tesla in live in the room too, and I made really good money on Tesla. So I was happy, you know. So, but I made a few bucks, not a lot of money on BDX, but I wanted this one to push to 260 today. So I told the traders if it pushes to 260, we could see 270. So wait for the pullback at the open. I think we might have a sell off to 250 and under. It'll bottom curl and then watch shorts to cover in, and they'll cover for 10 points. So if you just followed the note to 250, then I was telling you you're going to get 10 points. You want to see this trade? It was magnificent the way it worked out. It actually went a little bit lower than I expected. It got a little bit overzealous, but if you just went long to 250 right there, and you counted 10 points, you got 262. I mean, you got 12 points just right there. But this fat figure came in out of nowhere, and we had a big seller come in at the last minute and drop 100,000 shares because it's a thin stock. And you could see once that seller cleared out, it bounced right to 250. You see that 250 right there? And then it just ran to 10 points. It was a wonderful trade. So if you followed the notes at 250 and you got in, you nailed it to 262. I mean, you got at least your 10 points. So, and I also want to give a shout out before I go to JT. She is a moderator in the room, her and her husband James, and she killed it. She knocked it out of the park today. It's her birthday. She's in Miami. I want to wish her a happy birthday. But more importantly, she took the Tesla trade today, and she took it at, I think it was under 690. She went long, and she held the whole way. She wanted 790. She believed in this call so much that I put out that she got 790, and she made over 100 points on this trade. And we begged her to get out of the chat room. So congratulations to JT today. Just a phenomenal trade. You know, trading isn't easy out there, traders. It's not. And I know that every day when I do these videos and webinars and talks, I really make it sound so simple and so easy to dissect and read, but don't kid yourself. This shit took 16 years of my life. So when you see somebody that took some of the stuff they learned from me, when they go out there and start a room or start a Discord room and say, I know how to do it now. Let me show you. And I've been trading for like 1 year. I've been trading for 2 years. I've been trading for 3 years. Always remember, if you're a real day trader and you're not being convinced by salespeople, a real day trader would want to be around a guy who's been through it all. The good, the high, the lows, the doubt, everything, market crashing. You want to be around that, you know? You want to be around that room where that veteran, that guy who's been doing day trading for 16 fucking years can really show you how to dissect a trade. Not remember when you're trading with somebody and they've only been trading 3, 4, 5 years, that is the extent of all you're going to learn from. That's it. You're not going to go beyond that. And you're going to end up leaving the room because you're just not learning enough. Your brain needs to learn. In here, people just come by the droves. I mean, they just come in like, I want to see this shit for real. I want to see this fucking dude get on the mic and do his shit. And I want him to explain it to me, you know? So, but let me tell you something. I surround myself with great people. I'm talking great moderators, and I'm only as good as the people around me. And Darkside and Janny and B Trades and Palmer and JT and James and Adam and Raphael and Dave the Trader. These 10 individuals, have come in my life, and they made me who I am. Because you have to think about it as a trader. Who do I answer to? I mean, I own the company, but who do I answer to? How can I keep people like the great Dark Side and Janny happy? And how do I keep them going and enjoy what we're doing together? And it's because we're all on the same page. And at the end of the day, we just want to help people. You know what? Gianni gets up 2 hours before I do and just kicks ass in the morning in pre-market. It helps people make money that can't trade during the trading hours. And he lives in Greece. I mean, and then Darkside takes over the room for 2 hours with Gianni while I take a well-deserved break. And they're still trading. There's just, it's nonstop. And then I come back in after, and I just start educating. Okay, this is what we did. This is how we did. And it's just a really great system. And in between all of that sandwiched, we have all the other moderators just issuing us alerts. Look at this trade. Look at this trade. Oh, this is going to pop. This is going to do that. I mean, I mean, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? But I hope that you listened to this webinar. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a wonderful day to day trade today. I can't wait to get up tomorrow and do it all over again. I'm having so much fun, and it is a blast. So thank you. God bless, and I will see you tomorrow.